Mike Pachelli here. Thanks for tuning in. For this lesson, I'll be talking about the Beatles' recording of Think for Yourself that they did in November of 1965. Think for Yourself is George's fifth published song by the Beatles. And in 1980, about the song, George said, "Think for Yourself must be written about somebody from the sound of it, but all this time later, I don't quite recall who inspired that tune. Probably the government." And about his early compositions, George said, "The early ones were just any words I can think of." But in my opinion, Think for Yourself was a Beatles breakthrough. November 8th, 65, they're at EMI Studio 2, and they only do one take of the rhythm section for what was initially called Won't Be There With You, with the musicianship consisting of George Harrison on his Fender Stratocaster, Paul on bass, and Ringo on drums. Then they did the overdubs, and on the overdubs it was George overdubbing his lead vocal, then double tracking his lead vocal. John, Paul, and George did the background vocals, and they did it one section at a time because John was having a really hard time with the harmony. Paul overdubbed a fuzz bass through a tone bender. John overdubbed an organ part, and Ringo overdubbed tambourine and maracas. And about that fuzz bass, George has said, Paul used a fuzz box on the bass on Think for Yourself. When Phil Spector was making Zippity Doodah, the engineer who set up the track overloaded the microphone on the guitar player and it became very distorted. Phil Spector said, "Leave it like that, it's great." Some years later, everyone started to try to copy that sound, and so they invented the fuzz box. We had one and tried the bass through it, and it sounded really good. Think for Yourself was mixed on November 9th, and in my humble opinion, that fuzz bass is just entirely too loud. Nevertheless, it was released on the Rubber Soul album in the UK on December 3rd, 1965, and in the USA on the Rubber Soul album on December 6th, 1965. So, that's the backstory. Let's get started. George is playing his Fender Sonic Blue Stratocaster on Think for Yourself. I've got this one going through a 1964 Vox AC30. And I don't think I mentioned in the beginning, but George obviously double-tracked this rhythm part because you can hear some different voicings, which I will point out. So to play the song, you'll need a G7, an A minor, a D minor, a B flat, you'll need a C. He plays it like that. If that's too hard, just do this. You'll also need, a couple of C7s. This C7, this C7, and this C7. And then let's see, on the chorus, you'll need a G minor 7. You'll need an E flat. Also on one of the overdub guitars, an E flat up here. You'll need a D. And hopefully those are all the chords. When he first starts, he just starts on the on that G7, just pounding it for a couple measures. So he goes. Then a couple of power G to G sharp to the A minor chord, like in a chord note triplet. Then he's to the A minor. And on the verse, it's A minor, D minor, B flat, to the C, G7, A minor again, D minor, that B flat, C, G7, A minor. So let me do that intro and first verse up to speed. It's around 130 beats per minute. Sound like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we're to the first chorus. Now, the first chorus is the first dead giveaway that he overdubbed or double tracked his rhythm track. Because on one guitar you can hear a C7 like this, going. But you also hear this D note going into there. So you'll hear an overdub guitar going. Then he goes to a G minor 7th for one measure. He plays to G7, E flat, D, G7. That same quarter note triplet in power, fifths, G, G sharp to the A minor. So a chorus, relatively in time, would be 3, 4. And you're into verse 2. Verse 2, virtually the same chords, just slightly different rhythms, if you want to know it precisely. MikePachelli.com. I got all the charts and tabs for every one of my lessons. I'll just play a verse 2. Here's verse 2. 2, 3, 4. Something like that. Then on chorus 2 is the first time you can hear what happened to page 3. Page 3. On this chorus, chorus 2, you could clearly hear he's playing this C7. Right? It's like, but you only hear that B flat on top for the first 2 beats. You hear. Then again to a G minor 7th for a measure, but it's almost like he's wondering to himself, should I be playing a G minor 7th? Because you can hear the full G minor 7th at the beginning he plays. Then he just plays the lower part of the chord to the G7. Then the E flat goes, but you can clearly hear another E flat playing to a D. First time he bounces the low part. G7. Right? Then verse 3, not too many things that are different in verse 3. I'll just give it to you. Here's verse 3. 2, 3, 4. Now again, you hear that slide into a C7. You hear one going, but you hear another C7 down here, which gives you the clue. Yes, indeed, he double tracked that. So which part should I play? I'll play it like this way on chorus 3. We'll go to. Now here he only plays G minor 7th for 2 beats. He goes. Then to G7, up to that E flat, and there's one E flat up here going to the D. While you hear this again, you hear that 12th fret E flat, because you can clearly hear that note. To the D, and this time he slides into G7. I didn't do that right. He goes. So let me try to do that chorus cleaner. That third chorus would be sliding into the G7. then what I'll call the chorus extension on the way out is, I just play it for you. It goes from C7, 2, 3, 4. Something like that. Again, charts and tabs at MikePachelli.com will make it perfectly clear so you could really see exactly what he played. But I have put it together in a sound-alike, and you'll see both guitar parts, how they work, and I've also kind of toned down that fuzz bass a little bit so you can hear the beauty of George's rhythm track. So do have a look at this. Well, there you've seen a friendlier mix on how those guitar parts both fit together and how they drive the song. And truth be told, I've messed around with some mixes without the fuzz bass, and the song sounded fine to me. But if you'd like to know exactly what George did on those great rhythm parts, download the charts and tabs at MikePachelli.com. And I really appreciate your consideration to support my work that way. And if you haven't, please subscribe to my YouTube channel and like this video, because that helps the algorithm show my work to more people who may enjoy it. So have fun playing this great old song, because like I always say, that's what playing the guitar should be all about. And until next time, I'm Mike Pachelli. Thanks for hanging out with me.